the issue between Verydarkman and Bobrisky, of course, with ESCC, the Nigerian Correctional Center, involved. Well, it is not going down well because Falana claimed that Verydarkman defamed him and that he's going to take action. Well, we will get to see the opinion of a lawyer who has nothing to do with Verydarkman. Neither does he have anything to do with Falana directly. He's going to give his own opinion. And also, Bobrisky has reported Verydarkman to a blogger, same as a blogger who had interacted with Bobrisky, gathered all of this conversation, had sent Verydarkman the chats and voice recordings. It's a serious issue. We're also going to listen to the daughter of Falana. In fact, this case has stretched a little bit more than we thought. She said a lot of things, and of course, the four, we call them the four. I'm talking about Reuben Abati and then the Rufai Oseni and the two other ladies. They also dealt extensively on this defamation of character, Bobrisky, and many other things. You all know how it all started. It was a journey that a lot of people looked at and said, I think it's time for us to deal with these excesses of Bobrisky. We'll be watching this, and also a Verydarkman sworn enemy, Blessing CEO.
Senior advocate of Nigeria, Falana, in a recent interview said that he has been receiving threats over his decision to take legal action against controversial activist Verydarkman. All right, this is becoming unbecoming.
Unbecoming, in Dr. Bati's words, it's not everybody you threaten.
No.
Mr. Falana is going to give the fire for fire, but I think it's very sad and sickening to see that when someone takes a stand, whether you agree with it or not, on social media, people then begin to send death threats. Falana, who is the daughter of Falana, has released some of the messages that she has received on her Instagram page. People telling her, even going back to hit personal about an unfortunate personal circumstance that happened to her, and saying, oh, do you want it to happen to you again? It just shows that when you look at people on social media, the truth is, if you investigate the people behind the handles, they are not normal. Some of them, like in the words of Mr. Falana, are mentally deranged. How can a man who said that he was wronged or slandered by a particular person decide to take him to court? And then, rather than allow the process of the law take its course, you begin to threaten him, you begin to say that you're going to burn his office, it's absolutely ridiculous. And so, this is why sometimes, if we're not careful, people begin to ask for sanctions or for us to moderate what happens on social media, because there are some people who use it irresponsibly.
Yes.
I hope that, and he doesn't look like it anyway, I don't think I need to tell him that he won't be cowed or be intimidated by the threats, but he would actually go along and ahead to get to the bottom of this matter. But even deeper than that are some of the accusations that have come forth. It's interesting that, unfortunately, these matters have now distracted from the meat of the story, which is the corruption in the Nigerian Correctional Service, that we should investigate further beyond just this issue between VDM and Mr. Falana, are the bigger issues that video unveiled. That is what we should not be distracted by these stories. We should make sure we face that.
I think we've not been distracted. The Minister of Interior set up a committee to be able to investigate it. Inaugurated the committee a couple of days ago. We want to see the end.
Yes.
Also, the Minister, I have a question for you. The person that works, or the people that you suspended in the prison service, Mr. Minister, they said your suspension was social media. I feel that's a real affront. That's an indictment. That's an insult on your position. And if you do not take action, it smirks of everything wrong with Nigeria. So please, we also want those matters to be addressed.
Yes.
Most importantly, VDM has also released another tape yesterday where Bobrisky was still repeating those allegations. I think, Mr. Falana, you also have to include in your suit for this defamation Bobrisky. Because I think apart from VDM, Bobrisky also needs to come to the court and repeat most of these things as it is said in this tape. I thought
He has
Bobrisky
denied all the allegations.
No, it's not a case of denying.
Didn't he deny?
People can deny allegations from here, but as long as you have an empirical tape, which can be subjected to forensic evaluation also, it needs also to be called forward for all these conversations.
Needs to come out. Yeah,
so I think you also need to join him in this suit. And for those that go and make all sorts of threats, please, I beg you, stop it.
He was the one saying these people are mentally deranged. Okay, if they are mentally deranged, in fact, they will have to prove it in the court of law. You know, you have to say, well, you have a mental problem for you to have committed a particular felony. Yeah. And even that will be subjected to investigation by the court of law, forensics, as appropriate.
Absolutely.
So people should just learn a lesson. This social media frenzy, everybody imbecile goes on social media to mouth nonsense and to malign people. No, there are limits to individual freedoms.
Absolutely.
No freedom is absolute. Don't say I'm an activist. I'm this.
Then you're allowed to defend.
Then I can talk anyhow. I have one miserable fool.
Contacted Bobrisky. And Femi Falana contacted his father, and his father, Femi Falana, spoke to Bobrisky in order to divert justice. And these same files, if this story is true, these same files will have the audacity to come out and say it's fighting against the government for oppression. That I want justice, you want Nigeria to be better. So that like this, you then carry yourself. I don't want to believe that Femi Falana will bring himself down to this level. A whole Femi Falana, where be Falana lawyer, where we respect. Femi Falana will engage himself in something like this. Wait, what is the relationship between Falz and Bobrisky? Have you Falz said they do? Oh, okay. Who are we to crucify the homosexual? Most of them don't they evolve from time. Everybody is a motherfucking hypocrite, though. No, now that song, they make sense to me. Wait, have you Falz said they do? This is crazy.
Alright, first of all, I did not defame Uncle Femi Falana, and I will never, ever, ever defame Uncle Femi Falana. Uncle Femi Falana, SAN, is somebody that I respect 100%. Not because of his position as a SAN, but because of what he has used the position to do, representing the likes of me. The likes of me that speak against the ills of the society, abuse of power, abuse of influence, and also the bad dealings of the government. Uncle Falana have represented the likes of
Uncle Falana. Wait, this is the reason why I detest Uncle Falana. Oh, so you can actually address him with uncle. So you get fear, you get respect. I thought you said see you in court. Just because the Nigerians are clapping for you. You don't know when to drop your dirty ego and say sorry. You are shouting on. Why are you beating up? Do you know why I don't like you? You know they stand by your word. You did the same thing with Tonto. You did the same thing with Iyabo Ojo. You did the same thing with Jenny's Glow. You do not stand by your word. If you want to stand, stand. If you want to apologize, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay for us to misyan. And the respect Falz the bad guy gave to you was to give you an opportunity to apologize so that Nigerians will not say that he's bullying you. Because if Falz or the father has just sprung into action, they go say that because he be son. But they gave you 24 hours to retrace your step. Why are you beating around the bush? Should be your lawyer say see in court. Why are you saying Uncle Falana?
As if you don't come out and say the truth, I will expose you. It is only as a exposed person. Now they don't report that to me. They don't report VDM to me, and I go tell them what's happening. You understand? That boy, you see that VDM? Now sense, common sense. You know, get you understand? Bobrisky call me today. When Bobrisky call me, Bobrisky tell me say to me, say VDM the stress. I say no get rest of mind. You understand? Bobrisky no get peace again. If I notice, Bobrisky never posted normal video. Bobrisky will be say every week he must post something. He be say must shake internet. By now Bobrisky for don't post money like 10 million naira. Come post one man hand. He go come say my new man took me out and gave me 10 million naira. Internet go come the shake. He go come say fans go the comment. Oh, mommy of Lagos is living the life. You understand? Those kind of posts, he never post since VDM released that tape. When to say no go prison, send them for a co-hotel and they massage in Nash. They take care of him, body, they take care of him, low socials, you understand? He never feel post video again because in they hide, you understand? VDM, why do like this, you understand? Now you make us need to enjoy internet, you understand? If they make people need to live their normal life, which is not good. You're a wicked person. I'm seriously, VDM, I think it's time for you to stop it. And it's time for you to stop this your rubbish way they do, you understand? If they make some of us, they miss some things for internet. You make a whole Bobrisky no fit post in normal life. By now, Bobrisky for don't tell us, say, one man give a 50 million naira just to kiss him. He go come put put the man, only the man mouth to go show for a neck like this. When the thing shouldn't go say that is a new man. The man just gave her 50 million naira just to peck a neck, you understand? Everybody go come defend that who be this man, who be this man, who be this man. They come they do inquiry on us. All those things now they make internet they sweet. Instead VDM carry winch, smile everything. Now stop as Jeremiah produce water will be said Nigerians supposed to buy now we go change Nigerian problem, make fair price drop, make economy go away. VDM come and say the water na fake. Say this man they say Holy Ghost water, in they say miracle key, in they say miracle slippers, in they say miracle pants, in they do miracle brazier. VDM spoil this man business. Settle them they see they cut they fight that one till today. VDM no need. See, no alert on the fire. You stop all this rubbish way they do. Stop them. See, just lover where they keep us busy. Now, just lover blog. Now be the blog where we say for Nigeria. Once you close from work, now there everybody they go sleep. They look which person marriage don't scatter, which person don't do this one. Now, just lover they give us video and come spoil the business. See, today nobody know where just lover they. Just lover blog don't close. Nobody know whether the blog they exist or not. We never hear when I don't ready for story. We never hear those things again because of this rubbish boy we carry up Obi carry chest like who they thief Samsung phone for under bridge for Ikeja.
Are we going to pretend that people with money are treated better, much more than the poor? All over the world. Yeah, that's the truth of it. Unless you step on the toes of certain people who have power, who have authority. Because there is one thing to have money and no authority. Yes, you can have money without authority. Yes, you can have money, which is a form of power. There are other types of powers too. So if you acquire all of this, or you are friends and loyal, or you serve each other's purposes, then maybe if they don't betray you. Now, why am I saying this? Because of what is ongoing right now. It is not over yet. But when I consulted a lawyer who is vast, supposedly, in matters like this, I'm going to give you guys pointers that this lawyer raised on Verydarkman and Bobrisky. Now, your opinions, drop it in the comment section, because as you all know, a lot of people are fans of Mr. Verydarkman. In fact, Femi Falana, who came in between the crossfire, is right now reeling under the threat that he claimed without evidence publicly anyway. Maybe he has it privately and he said he's going to take action. He said he's being threatened. One, according to this lawyer, he said Verydarkman and Bobrisky were having a fight on social media before Bobrisky was arrested. Another person having a fight with Bobrisky then was Portable. But Portable was surprised when Bobrisky was arrested for doing something Portable did more than anyone else: spraying Naira notes. He realized that Bobrisky was not his enemy, as they could have been in the same camp if the EFCC were serious about prosecuting those who sprayed Naira. So Portable mellowed down on Bobrisky. He didn't want to attract EFCC attention to himself. But VDM did not back down. He likes to maintain a list of people he fought and defeated. Ask yourself, if the voice recording was not from someone he hated, would he have handled it like that? 2. The man that tape recorded Bobrisky, Radio Guard, is another hustler and a crook himself. At least he admitted that he gave money to Bobrisky, knowing the money would be used to commit a crime. These bribe government officials. If Verydarkman understood the meaning of corruption, he would have known that both the man and Bobrisky were guilty of the same offense. But Bobrisky did not care about who committed a crime. He was just interested in bringing down his enemy. Verydarkman did not care about who committed a crime. He was just interested in bringing down his enemy, Bobrisky. 3. VDM initially pretended he was not going to release the voice recording if Bobrisky repaid the 4 million naira. But he was dishonest about that. He went ahead and released the voice recording, even after Bobrisky had paid the 4 million naira. It was actually like a kidnapper who will RIP the hostage even after receiving the ransom he demanded. 4. VDM knew that the manner in which the voice recording was released would make it impossible for it to be useful as evidence in court of law against anybody. But VDM was more interested in clout than in justice. Hence, even though VDM had lawyers, he did not seek the guidance of his lawyers in releasing the voice note. Instead, he sought guidance of Fela's son. Being cool with Fela's son was more important to him than making sure that he followed due process. 5. When invited to cooperate with the EFCC concerning his claims, he refused. He asked them to conduct investigation without him. In other words, he sabotaged the investigation that should have helped to confirm the truth of his allegations. Instead, he wanted everybody to just accept the voice recording as conclusive and self-sufficient. 6. Despite the fact that anybody could see that even if Bobrisky actually made those statements, they have to be false. The godfather who had the power to prevent him from going to prison would have had money to pay the officials. Indeed, it was in the godfather's interest for him to settle the officials than leave Bobrisky begging for 3 million and exposing the godfather in the process. 7. VDM was totally reckless and selfish in not considering how his statements and innuendos would affect other such as Falanas. He accused Femi Falana of demanding 10 million to apply for pardon for Bobrisky, and he called that perversion of justice. But pardon is a legitimate right of anybody convicted, and it is lawyers that apply for pardon for their clients, and lawyers normally charge fees for such work. That cannot be called perversion of justice. Besides, you should not have relied on the statement of Bobrisky to conclude that Falana did something wrong. 8. VDM continued to claim that he did not defame Falana, that it was Bobrisky that did so. How come that he did not know that repeating a falsehood which you failed to confirm is defamatory? Indeed, his lawyer, who was only called to bar last year, repeated the same mistake, that it was Bobrisky that defamed Falana and that there could be no liability to the person who repeated or republished a defamatory statement. He and his lawyer turned the law upside down. 9. For days, VDM continued to claim that he had more statements to release. In other words, he continued to withhold from law enforcement agents evidence of crime. In other words, he turned himself into law enforcement and the courts. 10. To withhold evidence and yet be running daily commentary on the withheld evidence is a terrible blackmail. He held millions of gullible Nigerians to ransom. Indeed, it should be clear that his motive is to personally benefit from this whole saga. He can actually continue to claim that he has more bombshell to release, and the gullible Nigerians will continue to believe and expect. And he also can start manufacturing things to feed the horrible appetite for rumors and innuendos. Something most people forget was that if VDM could do all this as a private citizen, what stops anyone else to try the same? And what would happen if 100 people try to take over the work of the police and the court? Even if you hate Bobrisky, it is also clear that VDM did all of this, and all he did is an absurdity and highly problematic. To not realize that VDM was serving his personal interests rather than fighting corruption shows that you may lack an analytic mind. Anyway, whether you like it or not, the whole thing has ended up as sheer noise. Nothing will come out of it. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts about this?